Praise God.
Hola.
Hold on. Let me get my things of the things ready.
The things of the things of the things. Hola, you guys. I'm back live.
Boom.
Oh, you should have told me to throw my robe on.
Okay. Hey, listen, I thought that's what we were giving. It's late night. It's a late night moment.
Late night. I should have had my robe on too. You guys, so we're back live. We about to get into some hot topics, you know what I'm saying? Because me and Elijah, I know we told y'all we have a show coming up, but you know what I'm saying? We had some little, you know what I'm saying, hiccups. We get into it. We're going to have YouTube live and direct to you guys soon. But for now, we on Instagram. We're going to get into some hot topics.
And we
Hey, y'all, you little. Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? So we're going to get into these topics tonight. Oh, you over there, you got your robe on, you in the bed, and I'm over here sitting all uncomfortable. Oh, no. Is he frozen? God, Elijah's frozen. You frozen?
Now they kicked me off.
Oh, you, okay, you there?
I said, now she kicked me off.
All right. You good?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You in your robe. So you know what? Since you in your robe, let's get into this first topic, y'all, because so Miss Carlee Russell, you know Carlee. Hey, dear Summer, what's up? You want to come on? Let me know. I'll send you. You could come on with us. So Carlee Russell, y'all. Carlee Russell been the talk of the town the past few weeks, and the reason I mentioned your robe is because.
She's gonna be petty as fuck. She's gonna be petty, but okay.
Do y'all know? So before she went missing, before she did the whole, you know what I'm saying, thing.
What'd she buy?
She from her spa job, one of the items that she stole was a robe. So she wanted to be comfortable while we was out, you know what I'm saying, looking for her. She had to make sure she was comfy. Eating cheese puffs in a tree somewhere. Oh no, she was at the motel.
Baby, no, she was at the motel cheese puffs. The baby parked her car somewhere else. The toddler that was walking, the toddler got in her car, left the stroller, drove the car, left the bitch with cheese puffs. She said, "Here, you eat these Nature Grain bars and these cheese puffs. I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna take this car. We go get it done." And the baby it was all the baby's plan. It was never. Don't blame Carlee. Don't investigate her parents. It was all the baby's fault. It was all
the baby put that money in her sock too.
Exactly. Because baby knows she's seen somebody do it before. They say babies are sponges. She's seen somebody else do it before at the strip club, and that's when the baby had did that. Yep.
So, do you want to see Carlee do jail time? What do you think is?
Yes.
Dear Summer said, "Not tonight. Elijah gonna put me to shame right now. I'm in bed with a bonnet on."
I'm screaming. I got my bonnet on too.
So you really want her to do jail time?
Yes. I promise you.
Tell me why.
I want to see that girl do real time. Solitary confinement time. Hold on, come on, baby. Okay. Solitary confinement time. I want her to do very hard time because there are too many girls out here that's gone missing, that's been missing, that continue to go missing, and you literally are making the whole subject of Black women going missing, Black women being abducted, Black women being killed, Black women being human trafficked. You made that whole topic a joke. You made that whole thing seem way less than how serious it already is and how it's not being taken, as seriously as it needs to be. You didn't bring light to that. You literally made a fucking fool of it. You made a mockery of it. So I feel like she needs to be made an example of. So if you want to be an example, we're going to make an example of your ass. Lock her ass up and throw away the key. It's too many girls going missing. Too many people's daughters going missing. Too many people's aunties going missing for you to be out there playing eating fucking cheese puffs. Pops. Damn it.
It wasn't even cheese puffs. It was Cheez-Its. Dear Summer said, yes, she did too much. Listen.
Cheese Pops.
So I'm going to be honest. Because she's a black woman, I was like, I don't want to see her go to prison.
No, because no. You can't. You gotta take up the facts, babe. Because you are another woman of color. Imagine your daughter, your aunt, your sister has been missing for so long, and this girl got up on the TV and played with you, and your daughter's still missing.
I know. And people, listen. People are saying, "Oh, I saw a post like, you know, you guys can't blame her for like people not taking black women missing seriously." But here's the thing. They're like, oh, white women do this all the time, which they do. There have been a lot of cases of white women. But here's the thing. White women also get televised. They're already taken seriously.
I mean, what happened to John Benet Ramsey? The little white girl from like the 80s that they still ain't fine.
That was the 90s, boo, because I was, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
don't be playing us.
If it was before me, it was the 80s.
It was the 90s. I was old enough to know what was going on. I was following that case. Don't be trying to play us. But, you know, we already are not taken seriously. So for you to do that, you know what I'm saying? And then over a man. So apparently, you guys, what happened is that her man was cheating on her with a stripper. And he was going to leave her for this stripper or for somebody. And she wanted his attention, which I knew from the beginning. You know how I knew that, Elijah? Because she called his family. You called his family. You didn't even call your own family to tell them you found a toddler. You called his family.
Bro, we be on the same time because why the fuck you call his people?
His family.
And y'all not even together. She sound like me.
Now, yo, there was like people were arguing over what sign she was. I thought she was a Pisces. What sign are you, Elijah?
Aquarius, but I'm a Pisces rising, so.
Oh, you're a Pisces rising. I thought she was a Pisces, but apparently she's a Leo.
Oh, they be lying.
Lion, yeah, that's what they are, a lion.
they be lying. They's a lion.
Exactly.
It's all wrong. It's just all wrong. Hold on, I'm gonna shift my wheel.
And you gotta adjust that wig, you know.
Adjust that to the. All right.
Jess, nerd who hikes, she said they do be lying. Yeah, Leos do be lying.
Yeah, my ex-best friend used to be a Leo, and he was literally a compulsive liar. He couldn't stop it. He couldn't stop talking about. Like, we were trying to help him through it. Like, friend, why do you be like? And we're calling him out, like, friend, we know you lying. Like, bitch, you ain't never worked at no hotel. Why the hell is you talking about you worked at a hotel to try to stop lying? Stop lying. It's okay. We gonna help you through it, but it's.
I love that you said that though, because you know what? Like people act like they can't be friends with people who are liars. But look, that's my lying ass friend.
That's why it's ex-best friend. That's what they said. See what they said? That's why it's ex-best friend. Ex-best friend. Couldn't handle it.
Well, I feel like, you know what? That's my lying ass friend. Like, I know she be lying.
Because I can't stand nobody lying to me. My thing is, I like when people are very real with me. Like, if you wanna chill with me today, tell me, nigga, I just don't feel like coming outside. Something like that. But if you gonna be on some, and my baby mama, and cause me,
give you those, yeah.
I've been very gifted with the gift of foresight, and I can foresee bullshit. And I foresee that bullshit, just like my edges is 4C right now, but this hair is giving very much, China. But at the end of the day, there's nothing to do with that. I foresee he was on the bullshit, so I had to go. Just like the other friend. I took my other friend with me that he introduced me to, and we both left because we was like, girl, you be lying too much. Liars ain't never gonna get nowhere, but it's you into a whole bunch of bullshit.
But you know what? That's true. I like people who are real with me too. Like, even if it's gonna hurt, I want you to tell me the truth.
Hold me accountable. Call me on my bullshit. I live for that.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Not too much now.
Not too much.
All right, but you know
yeah,
what?
No, Carlee,
so another what?
Carlee very much. She to sum that up, she really disappointed me. Because I at first when I really saw it, and my mom brought it to my attention, because you know my mom pays attention to things, not me. But my mom brought it to my attention, and I was very much just like, wow, yet another black girl going missing, another black girl that will never be able to see their parents again, because I know they're not gonna find her. And this bitch
lying for a man.
Over a nigga. There's so many niggas out here. Ask me, I know. But still.
And I bet he's broke. I bet he's broke, and I bet he be driving her car around town.
But he probably got the best dick. Them niggas got the best dick. Tell me I'm lying. Yeah. Them broke niggas be having some.
They do.
But then you gotta drop them back off home at the end of the night.
But you know what? I didn't think that she should do jail time. But then when I was hearing people from her hometown, they're pissed.
Yeah.
Like some of them called out of work to go look for her.
You're wildin'. But yeah.
That's what I said. I'm not using my PTO time to go look for you now.
No. But yeah, you know, hey. That's your prerogative. Praise God. Me, however, I'm not doing that. I don't even know you like that, girl. But I'm gonna pray for you. God be prayer works in numbers, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a bit much. But okay, so Carlee, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep y'all posted. I think she is gonna do jail time. I think, you know, it got too much like national attention, so they have to do something. But
hold on. Oh. See, I need to go missing right now. At this point.
The GoFundMe.
The GoFundMe.
It was actually 65. It was 65K.
Did they give those people back their money?
No. So apparently it will not be refunded.
Oh yeah, she going to jail. Yeah. And they did that on purpose. I think they did that on purpose so they can build a bigger case up on her ass. She's going to jail.
Yeah, I think she's going to jail too.
As she should with her lying ass. Y'all go ahead and share this live, please. Thank you so much.
Yes. Share this live, y'all. Share this live. Y'all know y'all love us. Share it, please. Okay, so another person who was missing in action a little bit was Jamie Foxx. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jamie Foxx went missing. There were like multiple different reports on what was going on with him. Some people said he had a stroke. Some people said that he had the COVID shot and it did some weird stuff to him. We don't know what really happened, but apparently he's okay now, and he's finally come out and like gave a statement. But people feel like, why didn't you tell us this before? Like, and some people feel like this is a clone. And some people feel like this is a publicity stunt because he's actually in a movie about cloning. What do you think? Is that a clone, Jamie?
That look like a clone. I ain't never seen Jamie. I ain't never seen you this skinny, sir. I ain't never seen you this light skinned. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Light.
What did Ice-T? He said you get a cold and you look a little different. It don't change your bone structure, sir. It don't change your bone structure. That's all I'm saying. It's a little scary.
So you think this is a clone?
Yes. Because I believe in them. I don't believe in them. Hold on, let me give a little. All right. I don't believe in them, but I believe that they exist. Let's put it that way. I feel like they've been doing it for a while, you know, and only because I grew up with a conspiracy theorist as a mother. So
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, and that's why we, you know, but that it's like there's too many things that go on in the dark that come out slightly, and people believe, oh, this girl's crazy, or this person's psycho. They just, you know, no, these people are coming out and airing shit out, but y'all too dumb to realize what's really going on under y'all fucking noses.
So okay, so if he's a clone, then where is the real Jamie?
Dead. He wouldn't comply.
Oh my God.
He wouldn't comply. He wouldn't do what the Getty wanted him to do. You know what? Let me not say too much. They're gonna get my ass. But he didn't do what the people wanted him to do. The powers that be. Let's call it the powers that be. He didn't do what the powers that be wanted him to do, and he had to go. You remember that story? Kevin Hart said his little girl told him. She said, "And somebody had to go." Yeah, somebody had to go, and it unfortunately was Jamie. But however, Jamie makes too much money in this industry. Jamie is is a powerhouse person in this industry, music industry, acting industry, film industry, liquor industry. Like he's huge and he makes a lot of money. He makes a lot of money for people. So, you know, they're gonna keep their icon. It's gonna get rid of the problem, in my opinion. But also, again, I grew up with a conspiracy.
Wait, are you being serious?
I'm being completely serious.
Okay.
It makes sense, though. Right?
I really didn't. But I really didn't think that there were people who. I really didn't think that people really thought he was a clone.
Well, because I do believe that there are clones, I don't put it past anybody, and that's why I spoke my explanation to kind of like back up why I said that, because it's like I don't want to just say it just to say it and don't really have no reason to say it. I really do feel like they might have cloned this man, and there's too much that has just been unexplained, and for these people to come out and say, "Oh, I've seen Jamie, I've talked to Jamie," this and that, third. No, you talked to him on the phone, girl. I could sound like anybody on the phone. It's called voice manipulation, girl. Get an app and do what you need to do. The ones that said they've seen him, you've seen the clone. They've integrated the clone into his family life so that, you know, they can get. And another thing, there are people that are very sick in this industry and that will take money and sacrifice your ass.
So you believe in sacrifices too?
Man, I'm Dominican.
Well, I mean like in the celebrity world, like you believe that they really are sacrificing people to gain more fame? Yes. So do you think that Aaliyah was sacrificed?
I got a cousin for him right now if they want to turn me into Beyonce. That's all I'm saying.
So do you think Aaliyah was sacrificed?
Excuse me?
Do you think Aaliyah was sacrificed?
That's gonna have to be another episode.
Okay.
That's gonna have to be a tea time with
a special edition.
Cold cases, you know, something like that. Because there's a lot of evidence that speaks to that. There's a lot of, especially with Richard Pryor Kelly, Richard Kelly, Mr. Sir, we know what you did, Rashard. Robert.
We know what you did, sir.
We know what you did, Robert.
Nerd Who Hikes said, I mean, he was replaced on his show. Like, if he was okay, why change the host? What show is that?
I think it's the lyric show, and they had his daughter up there.
Oh, yeah, they put Nick Cannon.
However, well, and then that's another thing. Nick Cannon is an industry plant. Everybody knows that. Nick Cannon is quite the industry plant. And once people start to realize that he's going to start falling off, it happens.
I mean, I can't stand him anymore anyways.
Yeah, nobody really pays him no attention.
No.
Past Mariah, it was just like,
He's annoying as fuck. And like him having all these babies. At first, I was okay with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have money, whatever, do what you want. No, for real, whatever. If that's what you want to do, hey. But the fact that he's like, the way he talks about it on shows and interviews is like, it's disturbing. Wait, hold on, because you a little, what?
Yeah, it's very much. He's very
What?
misogynistic. Very much lives in a whole.
Yeah, you back.
Like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, am I back? Am I back? It just seems like he's objectifying these women, and it's very weird. And to see how a lot of the women have came out and said he doesn't even support their children or show up as a father in those spaces, it's kind of weird. It's like, what are you? I just feel like he has like a breeding king or something. I don't know.
It's disturbing. And do you watch Law and Order SVU?
Grew up on it.
So there's an episode of like, but this was like maybe like a year ago or 2 years ago, with like a guy who likes impregnating women.
Yes, it's a breeding kink.
A what?
Breeding kink. A kink
yes.
for breeding people. Yes.
Yes.
And I think that's what he has.
I think he has that. I do. Cause like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, listen, if a big check comes with it, I might be open to being a victim.
Yeah.
Listen, you know, them checks might be kind of nice. I don't know.
Ooh,
I'd be willing to be a victim.
I'm sure. Listen, I refuse to be nobody's victim no more, except for this wig false flipping back. Okay.
Not you rebuking me.
No, hell no. We can't be victims. We gotta be the ones cutting the check.
Listen. You know what I'm saying? It's either that or I have a dude from Bridgeport's baby, right, and he ain't got no money to even send me a check.
I rebuke that. I rebuke that. We can't.
I rebuke that too in the name of Jesus.
In the name of the Father.
All right, y'all. So,
yes.
All right. So another thing that's been a huge hot topic is this conversation of trans women versus biological women. And your fave, one of your faves,
my favorite auntie,
is involved in this. So
yes, she's involved in a lot.
So Jess Hilarious responded to a video by a trans woman who was saying that biological women do not own womanhood, and we do not own periods.
Gatekeep.
We don't. I think she said own. We don't own.
She said you can't. The exact quote was, "You can't gatekeep womanhood. Okay. You can't gatekeep a period."
Okay. And Jess Hilarious responded to this woman with her opinion. And T.S. Madison responded to Jess Hilarious. Now, T.S. Madison did say that she agreed with Jess Hilarious on some points. Hey, it's KG. What's up?
Hey, KG.
She said that she did agree with Jess Hilarious on some points, but at the same token, she said that Jess Hilarious has been mistaken for a trans woman in the past. Now, how do you feel about this? Tell me your stance, because
I want to hear yours first.
So, I'm going to be honest. I feel like this trans woman versus biological woman thing is like insane. In my brain, I just can't compute it. It's crazy. But I will say, when I started to really think about this, womanhood, you know, yeah, like womanhood isn't just changing your private parts to a different part. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Like, there's just so much more to it. And, you know, I really don't care about anyone's opinion. Like the trans woman who gave her opinion, I would never respond to that. Like, hey, that's how you feel, whatever. But if you're asking me for like my feelings towards that, like, no, like womanhood, like it encompasses so much. Like you could never understand that just by going through a surgery.
I need you to go in depth with that. Like, what that doesn't tell me what side of the fence we're on.
I mean,
and there's no right or wrong side of the fence. I feel like there's just a.
I think for me, I don't quite understand what the sides of the fences are. Like, I'm just very confused.
I appreciate that honesty. I do. Because a lot of women don't have the self-awareness to know that they just are uneducated or are confused. Not that are against or that they don't like, but when you don't know about something, your first mind is to destroy it, kill, you know, like, you know, attack. However, and that's a human thing. However, that's why I love Maddie so much, because she's so big on educating when she speaks. She's gonna talk her shit, but she's gonna educate you as well. So you are a cis hetero, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Strictly dickly. Okay, a cis hetero woman. Now hetero is a sexual orientation.
Mm-hmm.
Cisgendered is your gender. Correct. I don't want to take this out of context, but trans women is their identity. But when you're transsexual, you know, that's your identity. When you're transgender, that is your gender. That is also your identity as well. You are a woman. Identify as a woman. Yeah. There's way more, and I feel like you touched on it to an extent, but you didn't click that apex that I needed you to hit. When it comes to being a woman, I can embody a woman. There's a lot of women who can't embody what I give. So so when you touched on, you know, just having a private part, I don't see how that can, you know, really. I feel like you didn't go as deep into it as I needed you to because you, again, like you said, you're a little confused. You don't have as much, you know, education on the matter as you need to, because I feel like, you know, and we have our conversations. My friend is not ignorant. She does not hate anyone, you know. However, there's always room for improvement, and there's always room for education. So, and I'm very, very big on my girls. Like, I live for the girls live for me, you know, and I'm big on my friends who are not LGBT, them being educated and aware of the things that is going on in society and how the world is changing, so that they can no longer be ignorant or no longer be, you know, uneducated in these things. So with the girls, you know, I grew up with the New York girls, and they walk around. I'm a woman of a certain experience, you know, of a trans experience, and she's still a woman. And you can walk around pre-surge, pre-moans. What you give is what you give. If you walk out that door and your energy, your aura, everything about you, it doesn't have to be looks. You exude woman. Who can tell you that you're not a woman? You can be a biological woman and be the most burly ass woman. Yeah. And person can, you know what? I just tell you that you're not woman.
I want to stop you there because, and if you guys know any trans women or trans men, please share this with them and have them come in here, because I want some feedback on this. But, you know, as okay, there are a lot of women, not me in particular, but there are a lot of women who do not like being referred to as cis women.
Why? When that's the you want to? But my thing is, they say, "Oh, I'm biological woman." That's literally the term for saying a biological woman. They're that stupid that they don't know what that's exactly what that is. That's all that there is.
Don't do that. Don't call
Okay,
them
that
stupid.
ignorant. Because my thing is, if you do the research, what does it say? Cisgendered woman is just a biologically born woman.
But then,
you're biologically born a woman. But
then there has to be an argument said for a lot of these women feel like, you know what, if you are a trans woman and you want to identify as a woman, and I respect that, why can you not respect the fact that I don't want to be called a cis woman?
But then you want to negate the fact that I just want to be called just a woman. Because if you can be called a woman and I can be called a woman, what's the differential? You want to still be able to differentiate, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, but you're a trans woman. Oh, but it still falls under woman, right? So if I'm a trans woman, you're just a cis woman, which means cis being biological. Yeah. Trans being transgender, transsexual. That's all that is. But it still falls under woman. But if we just say women, no, you're not a real woman. You're not. So we say those words to break that up. We say those words so that there can be a differential in that. You know, we're not saying that you're not a woman. We're not saying that it's that we want to. Sorry, that they want to be a cisgender woman that have periods and this and the third. Because a lot of the girls that I know, they don't even want a coochie, bitch. They don't. I don't need to have. I give what I get. You know, I give what I get. However,
that's
a lot of the
that's very true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
But that's my thing. You don't have to go hard for people to understand that I can give woman and not want to have a coochie. I don't want to have a period. I don't want to have babies.
All right. But what then defines a woman? Because if you are a trans woman, I thought that being a trans woman meant that you have undergone gender, what's it called?
Gender reassignment.
Gender reassignment. That's what I thought, is that you have undergone gender reassignment.
Yeah, sexual reassignment.
So at that point, what is it that defines being a woman? Because you don't even have the woman's genitalia. So now I'm really confused.
That defines being a woman?
No, sure? It doesn't. Exactly. But I'm asking, what is it that defines being a woman?
Exactly.
Because how are you? This is my question. This is my real question. How are you a trans woman if you have not undergone gender reassignment? Doesn't that then just make you? I don't want to sound ignorant,
no.
You guys.
You're asking these questions to get the answers.
We're having an open conversation. We're having an open conversation, so I don't want you guys to get mad at me. But does not that then make you a drag queen?
No, this makes me a drag queen.
No, but for real, I'm really wondering because
trans is an identity. And I need people to understand that. My bad, this pillow is doing the most. No, cross-dresser is something different. Cross-dresser is something different.
Thank you for joining, Mula. But she said a cross-dresser because no, but at that point it's very confusing because you have not undergone gender reassignment. So at that point, I don't get it then. I really just don't understand. How are you a trans woman?
Okay, my thing is it that confusing? And I say that because whose business is it? When I walk down the street, let's just break it down to, and this is a conversation, right. But let's just break it down to what it is, being real straight facts. When I walk down the street, or does it just mean that? Exactly. So this is what the whole everybody's moment is. Oh, well, if they can identify as this, and I can identify as a fucking cheeseburger. Then the ignorant ones. Shut your ass up. But however, this is a life choice. This is you can't tell a person just like, oh, I'm gay. Oh, like the whole argument, you can't be born gay. Bitch, who said? Just because you were born heterosexual, you didn't have to come out as heterosexual. You would never know the struggle of being gay. You would never know the struggle of being bisexual. You would never know those things because you can't have that actual exact feeling of knowing. You know, when you go through that moment of knowing who you are and finding out who you are, imagine feeling that at 2-3 years old, that knowing that, oh, I look like a boy, but I know good and damn well I'm a woman. I know good and damn well I'm a female. Wait. Okay. So when you walk down the street, and I feel like it's almost rude to question somebody in this day and age. It's fucking 2023. Why the fuck are you wondering or paying attention to or giving a fuck about what the fuck is in somebody else's pants or what the fuck is somebody else is doing? If it don't make you shit, if I eat it, are you shitting? But
no, I agree.
But now people have become so involved in this, and I say that because that's my opinion. You know, I'm like, girl, I don't give a fuck either way. Live your life, be happy. However, because everybody wants to be so big on it, yes, and I appreciate it. I do believe you can be born gay. And I believe things can happen to change you into that as well. But most of the time, a lot of people are born that way, and they suppress it, which makes them think other things because of society. However, if we were all free, people could just do what the fuck they wanted to do, and nobody would give a fuck. However, with trans women, so back to the topic. With trans women, cisgendered women, you can be born without a vagina and still embody a woman. You can be born without titties and a beautiful face and still embody a woman. There are plenty of ugly ass women walking around here that are still women. Everybody feels like they're entitled to know everybody's business, and that's not the case. Exactly. Nobody knows any. Exactly. Nobody owes any, but it's a courtesy to me to educate you. It's a courtesy to you to enlighten you on the different lifestyles that is not of yours, the different experience that is not of yours, so you can understand me more. So there cannot be so much division. But it seems like in people educating people, it's causing more division. It's causing more, you know, bullshit instead of, hey, I'm trying to correct you. I'm trying to show you and enlighten you on what's going on so you're not so scared of me. So you're not thinking I'm this monster. So you're not thinking I'm this abomination. I'm human. You know, that's what they're doing. That's what they're trying to portray. But in doing that, they're getting misgendered and
Okay. So can I interject? Because
yeah,
I understand that it's nobody's business. I'm a big believer in, like, whatever you do in your home, in your bedroom, that's your business. That has nothing to do with me. But obviously, you know, you can't say that you want to be.
You can't.
Well, okay. This is what I'm saying. It's like it's hypocritical to say, like, all right, we're queer. This is what we embody. We are the LGBTQ community. And then at the same time saying, well, you don't have to know nothing about me. Like, that's my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, but wait, that you're making it our business when, you know, when you are making this a thing, though, at the same time. Come on, like.
But why would we have to make it a thing?
If you are coming out as queer and as part of the LGBTQIA plus community, you are telling me technically what you do in your bedroom. Like, that's part of what you're telling me. That's part of it.
So if you had a son, right? I just want to put this into context. If you had a son, right? He just lived his life without telling you anything about his sexuality, you wouldn't question. Well, no, I know you, but okay. But you wouldn't question, Nene, are you gay? Nene, you like girls? That's why they have to come out, because those questions are always asked, not by them, by people outside of them. They're judged, they're ridiculed, they're prosecuted for being who they are and just naturally living. So they had to make these labels. They had to go ahead and tell y'all, because y'all were the people who are not LGBT in history. We're bombarding them with questions. We're bombarding them with judgment and with hate. So they had to come together and become something, an actual community, to be able to protect each other and for laws to be put in place to be able to protect them because they are different. And no, nobody should have to, like we agree, nobody should have to go ahead and say what they have to say, but they have to sometimes because growing up, I even had to tell my mama I was bisexual. She was like, girl, nigga, I know. What's up? She's like, nigga, I know. And I'm like, okay, we love that. But a lot of people, they get kicked out of their homes. They're homeless. Oh, what happened? They're homeless. They get kicked out. They're shunned. They're disowned just because simply about who they are. So it's like, it's never that simple. It's never a hypocritical thing. We do these things and we say these things. We educate people on who we are to show them, one, that we're not monsters. One, that we're not perverts like people were taught to think that LGBT people are. One, that we're not crazy. It's not a psychological thing. These people are some of the nicest and best people you have met, and they help people behind the scenes constantly. However, they're always pushed behind the scenes because they're not as accepted as they need to be in front of the scenes. And
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. But I feel like the same way that you said, our experience as queer people, I agree with you. But then that brings in what Mula just said. Yeah. I think cis women get offended because it seems that trans women are trying to take their experiences from them, i.e. periods, pregnancy, etc. Just like you said, it's never that simple. It's never that simple. Being a queer person, you can't diminish that to like one thing of me telling you who I go to bed with. You can't diminish that to that. In the same way, you can't diminish womanhood to periods. You can't diminish it to private part. You can't diminish it to that because being born a woman is just it's just a completely different experience. So that's why
being born, like, what kind of woman?
A biological woman, yeah.
So again,
listen, I'm not one of those. I'm not a woman who gets offended. I don't get offended by the cis woman title. I don't, but I do get offended by biological men claiming to understand the biological woman experience. That does offend me. That really does offend me. I don't know what it's like to be born gay. I don't know what it's like to be born a biological male. I don't know what it's like to be born bisexual. I don't know what that's like, and I would never pretend to. So I don't want someone to pretend that they know what it's like to be born a woman.
And my thing is, we're not pretending. That's why we say trans woman, because at the end of the day, femininity, womanhood is just another word, another euphemism for femininity. Masculine and feminine energy. Masculine, man, men, male. Feminine, female, woman, girl. However, it exists in both male and woman.
Yeah.
Feel me? So I can be born with too much feminine energy. Hello. You can, and there's a lot of women who can get on here and tell you, Elijah has shown me how to be a woman more than I've known. I've brought in a lot of women into just being softer as a woman, being stronger in knowing who you are, but respecting yourself. A lot of things that just you would look at, or you would look and think, textbook woman, real, grown woman, real woman, things that you would just look at and be like, oh yeah, that's a woman. I brought those things to those people's attention because I'm aware of those things. I was born aware of those things. I naturally know those things because, one, different experiences. I was born and raised by nothing but women. There's nothing but strong Black women around me. So
Mula said, and I do. I'm glad that you said this. She said, do you guys think femininity and womanhood are two separate things? I actually do. I never thought about it. Never thought about it until this conversation, but I really do think that it is. I understand, I'll take myself, for example. Growing up young, even into my adulthood, a lot of people have told me that I have a lot of masculine energy, and I
Hey.
do. Hey, Jen, what's up? Hey, Gagine, thank you. You know, people tell me that I have a lot of masculine energy. I know that I do. I do. And so that's why I do think that femininity and womanhood are different, because masculinity is different from manhood. You know what I'm saying?
Correct, because with this wig come off, it's giving very masculine. But but no, but for real, and I appreciate you acknowledging that. Because a lot of people, they're too ignorant to even notice that that's a question. Femininity and womanhood are different things. However, they can coexist in a man or in a person that was biologically born a male. Because that's my thing. I wish people would get through their head the fact that everything is just black and white, babe. Life ain't black and white no more. We in the 1920s.
I'm gonna be honest.
Wait.
I can't agree with you on that.
And I can understand, and I can appreciate that. But that's why we have our show, because we can't agree sometimes, and that's what makes it. But you know, I feel like there's way too much in this world for you to tell me that everything is black and white. You can't tell me that when I put on my makeup and my hair and I get on a cute outfit that I'm not giving cunt energy. And we, you know, some people don't like that word, but it's a word taken from the gay community.
I love that word.
It's a word taken from the gay community, and another word that cisgender females. We don't use fish no more. But cisgender females have taken. But fish is another word that cisgender females have taken and said, "Oh, I'm offended by that." Babe, it had nothing to do with you in the first place.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with you. We had that word, and you because you have what's considered to be a kind, or what when fishes are synonymous for a unhealthy, you know, moment going on. You got offended by that. However, it had nothing to do with your community. So, like with me, when I get up in my things, I'm cunt, and no one can tell me I'm cunt. But that's a feeling of femininity, correct? So when you So when you walk and you talk and you get your breasts done and you have your hormone check, because that's another thing. Physiologically, like biologically, your body goes through a change when you are a trans woman. You literally have all of the makings of a woman in your body. The only thing that doesn't make you a woman is not having a vagina. They pump so much hormones into your body literally changes. It does as a male. It does not produce the male hormones as it does anymore. And people don't understand that as well.
I cannot personally, the reason I said I can't agree with you is that I personally cannot believe that a person who is biologically born a male and goes through their childhood and their teen years as a biological male, you have not truly experienced womanhood. I just don't agree with that.
When does womanhood come, as a child? Because that doesn't make sense.
I do believe that womanhood starts being treated as a woman, being looked at as a woman. That starts from when you're born. Like, I really do believe that starts from when you're being born. Like, this is what you're expected to do these things. You're just like a man. Just like a man. Like,
girl, okay, so that's social norms. We have to differentiate those. Because social norms, you're treated as a female social norm. So the things that you go through as a female, not a woman, but as a female, because as a woman, that's of a certain age, that's of a certain time in your life when you become a woman. There's no 3-year-old women walking around.
Even if that's teen years, I'm sorry. Like there's things even that you go through as a young girl that a biologically born male will not be able to understand or have experienced.
I.e.
I don't want to get into certain things because it's a little too heavy, but
I mean, this whole topic is heavy.
Yeah, the topic is heavy, but you know, Moolah, society treats you a certain way. Yes, like if you're born a male, that's part of manhood. Is like being born a man, and the way people look at you, and the things that you're taught as a young boy, like even like that's part of manhood, in my opinion. And
however, how do you know what anybody else is taught? How do you know what how anybody else is treated?
I mean, even the differences. I have a brother. Even the differences in how we're raised, like that's the difference between manhood and womanhood, in my opinion. The differences in the way that our parents raised us. The differences in the fact that they would let my brother do more things than they would let me do. Like it's just, to me, like that starts when you're born.
I have a different upbringing, so I can't really touch on the differences.
I understand.
Because I have, you know, we were big. Me and my sister were raised very kind of equal, kind of just like, and we were raised to speak our mind and to, you know, like if I ain't going for this, I ain't going for this. If I don't give a fuck that I'm for, I ain't going for it. Because my mom raised us to, you know that respect is earned.
Yeah.
And adults, you don't just walk around and you don't just get respect. So there can't nobody treat you no type of way. And even if it's me, tell me what's going on. Be respectful, but tell me what's going on. You know, she always treated us like, you know, we're human, not this is what you're supposed to do. So I didn't have that upbringing of, you know, we were treated differently.
My mother did as well. But look, Mula said the experiences you have going through puberty as a woman versus man are two different experiences. They really are. Those really are, like,
but
puberty as it is, but it's two different.
When we're talking about
two
trans
different
people,
experiences. But it's two, even mentally, it's two different things to me. Like it just is, like, and you know, even with my, like you said, we're raised equally. Like my mother, she definitely raised us equally, but I feel like my father, you know, he leaned onto my brother more. And I'm not gonna, huh?
You had a father.
I mean, he wasn't in the house.
But he was around for your brother, correct? To know,
listen,
at least to help mold a little bit.
I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable going into exactly what I want to say about my father. Was he around? Sometimes he was, but you know, there were certain things that he would be open to with my brother that he wasn't open to with me, because I was born a woman.
Yeah.
Born a female.
Well, I respect that. And I feel like this is a topic that we have been saying we were going to be touching on for a while. So we're going to definitely touch on it. We're definitely going to touch on it on the show again. But we have, I believe, two more topics to get to.
Yeah, we have one more topic to get to, you guys. We're going to do like a deep dive into this on our YouTube. So please follow me.
We can't give y'all too much.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely get into this some more. But so I don't know if you guys know, but Kid Cudi, I haven't heard his name in so long. But Kid Cudi, he actually was calling out like toxic femininity. Well, just toxicity in general, because people were saying that he was gay and he sucks dick because he smiles so big and hard. Thank you, Lola, for joining in. Please stay for this last topic.
Hey, thank you.
So he says, Kid Cudi, he said, you know what's crazy and really makes me question the world we live in is when I post a picture of me smiling on IG and there's mad comments questioning my sexuality, flooding my page with insults. I feel really bad for y'all men. It's sad out here. Man can't even smile and be happy no more.
Well, I feel like.
What you feel like?
That's a great teeth. It's crazy. But no, I feel like there is. That's not. I don't feel like it's toxic femininity. I feel like it's social norms being forced onto another black man. Another black man is not able to be. It's like black men are not allowed to be sensitive. Black men are not allowed to feel joy unapologetically. Black men are not allowed to feel what's the word? Unconditional love. Black men are not allowed to cry. Just like black females are only allowed to be strong. They're not allowed to be they're not allowed to be weak, and they're not allowed to cry. They're not allowed to show weakness. And if they do, then they're weaker. If they're too strong, they're a bitch. Or y'all gotta break all that shit up.
Listen, we
that shit up.
We might have to save this for a YouTube video because I have so much to say about that. I have so much to say about that. I'm gonna give y'all a little taste.
Y'all will never live. Y'all will never be happy if you continue to live by these social constructs that have been made to literally put us into boxes and to make us fit into what society wants us to do. If you will never be free as a person like me if you just don't give a fuck. You give too much of a fuck of what people think about you. This man don't give a fuck about what these people think. He's gonna walk around and skip through a fucking field of daisies if he fucking want to. And who's gonna question his manhood? Who can question his manhood? You can't tell that man that he's not a man because he's smiling too much. You can't tell that man that he's not a man because he has joy in his heart and that he shows it publicly. That sounds crazy to me.
As a woman, I have to admit that I'm a part of this problem.
I
am. Elijah. I am because I'm quick to be like, I don't know, girl.
They're zesty. But then you say you want a man that knows what he's feeling. I want a man that's sensitive around me, and I want a man that shows me that he cares. However, he can't get the same thing in return because if he shows emotion or if he shows vulnerability, then he's labeled as zesty or he's labeled as gay. If he shows that he's truly exuding joy, he's labeled as zesty or gay. And it's crazy to me that females can say they want one thing, but then continue to shove a black man or just men in general down a hole of being toxic and being stuck in toxic masculinity. But then they say, oh, that's toxic. Bitch, which one do you want? You want a man that just lives in his truth and just lives in him and can still be a man. Because let's not even talk about sexual acts. Because a man can get his ass ate, but then he's gay. But he's only getting his ass made by a woman, but he's gay as hell. It don't. People's minds are too small for me, and that shit blows my mind. It literally blows my mind how small-minded some people can think sometimes.
Yeah.
That's something I have a lot of straight friends who I literally get on their ass about because I'm like, please don't get stuck in that circle. Please don't get stuck in that revolving wheel of just being stuck in what society wants you to be. Enjoy your life. If you want to go and drink a fucking pink drink from Starbucks, bitch, go drink that pink drink. The drink is pink. It don't make you gay. It's a drink.
Yeah.
If you want to get your ass licked by your woman, get your ass licked by your woman. That don't make you gay. You don't have an emotional attachment to men. You're not in love with men. Having sex with a man also does not make you gay. People don't understand that, but that's another conversation for another time. We have to look up, because when we look up definitions, when we look up what things really are, not based off of what we feel, but what things actually are, that's not.
Oh my God! Wait.
Yeah, this topic can go very deep, babe.
Moolah says same. It's all about balance. Listen, boo. No, it really can get deep, and like I said, I know I'm. Moolah said, I disagree. Now you pushing it.
Again, that's how you feel, but go look in the dictionary of what being gay is.
But I get it because let's say me, I had a threesome with a man and a girl. That doesn't make me gay. I understand. I get it.
But because you're a man, you're supposed to be so hard. You're supposed to, so that's gay. So no, what the fuck? So a man can't have a threesome with another man and a female, and the man touch him, but now he's gay.
Hey,
but a female can do it, and she's just having fun. She's just a woman. She just.
No, I get it. I understand. I understand.